What'd you say?
Yeah, his name is Eric Jones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool dude. Pretty funny.
Yeah, I like him. I usually riff with him whenever he's there. He's one of those people that like you see, I'm like, oh hell yeah, this dude's here. I'm gonna go fucking talk to him,
Yeah.
which
I
is
only say pretty funny because you guys didn't talk. You guys talked a lot more like serious stuff. I feel, or like
it was
a lot like analyzation.
yeah, it was a weird podcast. I thought
I liked it.
you liked it. Yeah, it was. I thought it was odd in that like I don't know. I noticed that we didn't talk about stuff that we would normally riff about. It was very
Yeah.
like it was weird. I thought
Well,
it
it's
was
hard
good
to tell
though.
where it's gonna go, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's the
you're probably
game.
just in that mood at the moment because you guys are about to go fucking do comedy.
Yeah.
So you guys were already in your work mindset.
Can you hear me now?
I can still hear you.
Oh, I don't need this, but I look cool.
I disagree. You look like an old guy who doesn't know how to set up his mic on his laptop. So you got your karaoke mic.
Bro, I couldn't fucking set it up. It's because I bought this stupid adapter cable. I
Hmm.
bought an XLR to a aux, but when you plug it into an aux, it's like, oh, you're listening, you have headphones on. So I don't know, it
But
doesn't
what's the
work
point of that?
backwards. Well, I thought I would just be able to directly talk into the microphone into the computer with my nicer microphone through an aux
Yeah,
cord,
yeah,
but you can't.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like that doesn't make sense. I feel like you'd have to have it like whatever the old school one is into USB, not into aux.
Yeah, it had to be a USB. It has to be a non-audio on the computer.
Right?
So
Yeah.
the computer has to be like, oh, this file seems to be some sort of hardware, some device,
Hmm.
but it's not reading it as like when you plug it into an aux. It's like, oh, you're taking over my audio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have
That's
no
what.
output. Yeah,
I mean, on the bright side, you could take it back.
yeah, but it's a lot of work. I gotta fucking put it in the thing, go to the Amazon store, fucking murder a cat. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Those fights, man.
Ah, yeah,
Did you watch it at all?
I did. I watched both of them. I only saw the Gaethje fight. Um, I missed all the other all the other fights on the UFC, and I saw like the majority of the Spence Crawford fight. I saw like two out of the four knockdowns, however many it was. But I missed
Yeah,
the last. I missed the last round.
that was so crazy. I couldn't believe, like, man, I regret so much not betting and stuff like that because people were saying that Crawford had it in the bag, and I was just, oh man, I couldn't believe the difference.
Yeah,
It was
I
Sean Porter did a lot better, and I'm not talking shit about Sean Porter. I'm just saying like Spence beat Porter, and Porter did better against Crawford. You know,
MMA math, man.
I know.
You know, it doesn't work out the way you think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, it was so good though. It was crazy. It wasn't a very good fight to be honest. I mean, it was
No, I
crazy to see
agree.
what Crawford was doing, but like, it wasn't competitive.
It looked like a guy who. It's funny because the reason I didn't want Crawford to win because I'm like, he's ducking him. He's probably not the superior fighter if he's, really going out of his way not to fight him because he's legitimately scared. But then it
Yeah,
looked like the opposite. It looked like, or like, here's Crawford fighting another scrub, some amateur who has no business being in the ring with Crawford. But that was Earl Spence, man.
yeah,
Isn't that
yeah.
weird?
So insane. You know what was really frustrating on, I guess, boxing Instagram was everybody being like, "See, I told you it was going to be clear." I was like, "Bitch, everybody was saying 50-50 before the fight started."
Yeah, no,
No
people
one
were
was
saying
like falling that
50-50.
hard and saying like they knew what strategy they were going to use. Like, get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here. Full of
I was
shit.
I was I was standing hard for Spence only because I hated Crawford so much.
Yeah,
I was the only one who was like, no, Spence is gonna fucking destroy him. But boy, was I wrong.
yeah. And oh my god, I need to plug in my laptop. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Give me 10 seconds.
The computer explodes. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk to the audience about something serious. One out of nine homeless cats have a real issue with Bapa. So if you are one of the 9, I ask you to reach out. This is a safe space for homeless cats.
Were you just counting?
No, I was talking about um, this cause that I'm a part of that I want to help spread the word and help the homeless cats.
That is actually a big issue in some places.
Oh yeah,
Is it over there?
those homeless cats.
Hmm.
Sure, yeah, lots of just catnip flowing in the streets.
I'm just saying, you know that there's what's that fucking expression? Like shake a stick at a cat.
And she'll sing you a song.
Like you can't shake a stick without hitting a cat or something like that. You can't swing a broom without hitting a
Oh
cat.
yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
It's about like yeah. There's a lot like yeah.
I've been to countries like that. Like when you're like in fucking Costa Rica, it's like what the fuck?
Oh
There's
yeah,
dogs and cats just running around everywhere.
yeah. Not the U.S. That's why I feel like when people are like, look, I love animals as much as the next person, but there's other countries where the dogs are pests. There's so
Yeah,
many strays
essentially.
everywhere,
But they
and
make so many people happy. How are they pest?
exactly, yeah, they do make a lot of people happy. So they are
Yeah,
not pests.
yeah.
They make a lot of people happy.
Because they all feed
Ava's
them.
staring at me like she wants to murder me. Ah, she just threw her glasses at me. Those are expensive. You broke them probably. Did it break? That's what I mean. People love animals.
Yeah,
But in
yeah, for
Mexico,
sure.
they steal your Doritos and your caguamas and your micheladas.
Yeah, your kawamas. I haven't heard that word in a minute.
Yeah, they started calling them familiares only because, but that's a brand. Although I think caguama's a brand in Mexico too.
I think I mean I think it's only Corona though, right? Or
The familiares.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but people call every 40
Oh,
a familiar, but the
yeah,
familiar is only a Corona. Whereas in
yeah.
Mexico, a caguama is also a 40, but a caguama is also a specific brand of beer in Mexico.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
Oh shit,
caguama
crazy.
is a big giant sea turtle.
Huh? Is it
Yeah,
really?
that's a caguama. Yeah, a
Yeah,
giant
yeah,
sea
yeah.
turtle.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's funny. That's cool. That's super cool.
yeah, yeah. Because what would
I
you call
was.
them?
What do you mean?
What's
40?
the the technical term? Yeah, in Mexico, they don't have ounces over there. Actually, they do have ounces.
They do, but they mostly drink 32, like a familiar.
Isn't that weird? That's what I'm saying.
Wait, I thought they used the fucking not the American system.
Well, yeah, they don't. They use the not the they use the metric system
But for some reason, their beers are in ounces.
because all of liquid is metric. It's liters,
Oh,
ounces. Even in the
I,
U.S. when we do yeah right when
no,
we
no,
do
no. Like
liquid
ounces
isn't
and fucking liters are different. Like a gallon, an ounce, a gallon, a liter, a milliliter.
yeah I know that that's what I'm saying but like the measurement for liquid
Oh, both are on there.
is yeah
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's still metric or whatever right I
Both
don't know
are. No, no, they're not metric. They're different, but both are on all cans. So like, it's probably like that over there.
no but even then like if you go to Mexico you want to get a 2 liter soda you say go get me una de dos litros.
No. Oh, really? I thought it was like
Yeah.
500.
Mm-mm. Those
What
are
the fuck's that?
milligrams or yeah milliliters.
So you go.
Yeah, yeah, I
I don't think I
think
got a Mexican
liquid.
with us right now.
I think liquid measurements are all metric no matter what.
No, no, no. That's for sure not true.
Because how else would you? Because we measure gallons, liters, ounces,
Those are already different.
milliliters.
Those are
My
already
point is,
different.
they're all yeah, because they're all different. They're all different units, but they're all a part of the
The
same
metric system goes by
system.
millicenta, deci. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so does liquid. There's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
milliliters. Yeah,
But so does like distance. Miles and kilometers are both distance. You're tripping me out. I'm not explaining this any better.
yeah. I know I'm missing the point. I'm super. I'm very dumb right now. Liquid, you drink it, Steve.
What are we even talking about? Oh, for some reason they drink a lot of 32 ounces, but I didn't know that's what a koama was.
Because they're alcoholics. That's why.
Drink the giant sea turtle.
Yeah, no, they have weird over there. They have Apex. I always hear you and your brothers talk about it on the podcast. Shout out to you shooting it, but the 3 pack, because
Oh, the
the
three
three
pack.
pack are the tall boys.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, that's exclusive to like that's a cultural measurement. You
Yeah.
know, not too many people know about the 3 pack unless you're a part of this culture here.
And you know what they're for, right?
To get you hammered after
Once,
work.
once for while you're waiting for your friends in the liquor store, one's for the ride home, and one's for when you get home.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Oh shit. Um, yeah,
Allegedly, DUI officer. You know what I
yeah.
mean? The specific ones.
I'll say that is a very hood ass thing.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I've been seeing a lot of posts of people being like, on my way to Las Vegas, and they're just like a picture of them and their like alcoholic beverage, their buzz ball or their.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
no,
like, what
it's
are you
crazy.
idiots doing?
Yeah, yeah. I've seen that a lot too. People are fucking crazy, dude.
Put it in your thermos, you dummy.
At the very least,
Right? Come on. At least get a brown paper bag like a goddamn, you
adult,
know, hoodlum. Yeah, whatever.
a degenerate. Fucking yeah, dude. People go hard. And my whole thing is that what are you gonna do? You're gonna get there drunk already, and then you're gonna go to sleep, or what's gonna happen here?
Yeah, probably. That's usually what happens. You start drinking that early on the way there. You get there, you're like, I'm tired.
Yeah, like fuck
I need
this.
a nap. Or else you strengthen through and then you're miserable.
Yeah, I was gonna say any future trip we go on, we gotta remember not to blow our load the first night.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
what always
gotta.
happens. People go
I've
super
definitely
hard the
learned my
first night, and then
lesson.
the rest of the weekend's
Yeah,
fucked.
no, I've learned my lesson. I've had some terrible hangovers where I'm like, I want to die. Fuck this thing I was looking forward to for forever. Now I
Yeah,
want to kill myself.
yeah.
No.
Oh shit. I was
That's
trying to
when
see if there's a fucking boxing match in September, but there isn't.
nah,
Yeah,
but I know you're not as big into it. Hey, you want to do a fantasy football league?
sure.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Um, yeah.
How much
We're
is it?
gonna
Like 25
draft
bucks?
August 50,
I'm down.
and it's a first, second, third winners. I think third gets their money back. Second gets like $100, 150. First gets like 300 or something
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
down. Sounds fun.
Yeah,
I
and I
did
feel
this
like
fantasy baseball, and I was like, ah, it looks cool, but I just there's no incentive, so I don't do it.
baseball's too hard because it's every day. It's a lot of games, so it's like Pokemon Go, man. Like
Yeah,
if you want to evolve that Charmeleon, you better start walking,
yeah.
get those
Man, maybe I should get
kilometers.
that shit.
Yeah, I don't fucking. I always use it in the car, and it's like driving while playing Pokemon Go is not safe. You have to click. I'm a passenger.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I'm a hostage. Help!
about.
All
So
I can do is
shitty.
play. All I can do is play Pokemon Go.
Oh shit. What were you gonna say about the fantasy football then? You're
Yeah,
like,
if you're into it,
yeah, down.
yeah,
Just let me
cool.
know
I'll
when
tell
you
my
guys are
buddies.
gonna. Don't you have to draft pretty soon?
Yeah, August 30th, we're gonna draft at 7 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Down
pretty
with
sure I'm
that?
down. Hmm?
Yeah,
What is that?
cool. What? I
The 30th.
think it's like a Thursday or Wednesday. It's a Wednesday.
That's a Wednesday. Yeah, then I'm down for sure. As long as it's
Yeah,
not Monday, essentially.
yeah. Wait, so do you guys shooting it on Mondays and then release them on Wednesdays?
Yeah, most of the time.
Doesn't that ever screw you guys over? You get out of there, have a couple of beers, you're like, it's Wednesday, and you're like, no, dog, your daughter's quinceañera was Monday. You missed it. It's gone.
How glitz do you think we're getting, or what?
Well, if you keep thinking it's a different day, add a couple of beers, you step out of there, it's like a fucking time machine. You're like, wait, is it Wednesday or is it Monday? I don't know, but I missed
Yeah,
my court date.
it does fuck with shit when people are like, "I'm leaving tomorrow," and I don't know anymore if they're talking about Thursday or Tuesday. You know?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're like, wait,
Yeah. But nah, it works out.
yeah.
I think everybody knows we recorded on Monday now because they used to try to not talk about it. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. So every time you guys say shooting on Wednesdays, I got to the point where I was like, wait, I don't think they're actually shooting on a Wednesday because I listened to it on Wednesday for the last
Those guys are like
episode.
cartoons that they do that, right?
Yeah, no, they're
It's
good at
crazy.
it. That's it's yeah.
It's so natural.
It's like method acting where you just have to convince yourself like you're a goddamn psychopath. Did we talk
Yeah,
about this before? I think we
yeah.
maybe did,
We have. I don't know if we did on here.
but yeah, just to convince yourself. It's like a placebo. It's like my dad when every time he's sick, oh no, I'm not sick.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, you are, bro. You super sick. No, I'm fine. And then he goes to work, gets everybody sick, and then he's healthy in 3 days, and everybody else is sick, and they call out, and he's like, these guys. I tell you.
Always getting sick.
Yeah, no, always getting sick. It's not like me. All you need is a cold shower and a hot soup. That's what my dad used to
Yeah.
say all the time.
Oh fuck. I know people that used to drink when they were sick, supposedly to sweat it out.
To kill it, yeah.
Like it's just not how it works.
Gotta kill it with tequila. Yeah,
Yeah,
bitch, you also gotta kill your fucking liver,
yeah.
your
Kill yourself.
relationship with your children.
Oh shit.
Especially if you're
Uh,
chronically sick.
huh?
Like, especially if you have like an actual disease where it's like,
Oh
no, I'm
yeah.
just gonna kill it with tequila. It's like, no, dad has cancer and he won't stop drinking.
Yeah. He has an ulcer and he's trying to kill it with tequila.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's turning yellow.
Gosh damn it. Uh, how was the show that you went to on Saturday then instead of the fight?
Man, the first show was good. Second show was fucking insane. I did great. Both my sets were good, baby. But during the headliners on the Saturday late show, people were like talking back and forth. They kicked two people out, four people in
Oh,
total, two parties.
yeah.
Because people think it's interactive. That's what the lady, the dumb bitch, said. Some white lady. She's like, I thought it was interactive. She's
Oh,
like, what
like
did I do
spreading her out,
wrong? Yeah.
got her hands behind her back.
She was like, what? What? What did I do wrong? Wow. She was very like, wow.
Oh shit.
To
You
that
know,
credit though,
I was gonna give her some credit too, but
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
No, you go first.
Uh, comedians tend to ask a lot of fucking hypothetical questions, and then they will work the audience, and then they will point out at people during the middle of their set and ask them a
Yeah.
question. So, in her defense, it happens a lot.
It happens so much, and like, there's this thing of it's a two-way street, man. I understand there's a component of like talking to the audience sometimes, but even then, it's not really necessary. I get like headliners who are going through cities, and it's like, "What's up, Seattle?" and "What's the deal with this monument you have?" And then people will respond, but a lot of them are like, "Shut the fuck up! This is my turn to talk right now."
Yeah,
And it's like some people don't understand that, man. Like you're a comedian, you do comedy every day, but some people like this is their first show. It was a grandma, her fucking she used to be agoraphobic. Today's literally the first day she comes out of fucking hibernation, and this fucking whatever comedian is yelling at her to shut up after he asked her a fucking question. How old are
yeah.
you? 89. Shut the fuck up. It's like, God damn it. That's what
They're
happened,
sending
yeah.
mixed
You
signals.
know,
You guys are
yeah.
sending mixed signals, and we can't handle it.
I think what it is, and not they, because I don't do that shit. Because I feel like I'm mindful of that for that specific reason. Is like I usually try to curb talking by talking over them, and then if you're shouting over me after I'm not asking you a question, it's like you realize that you're fucking up, right? Like, be aware here. People, you're screaming when it's not your turn to even speak,
Yeah,
right? Whereas, like, if I ask you a question and you answer, I might not like the answer, but at least I'm like, I expect a response. It's just fucking
yeah, yeah, for
humans,
sure.
you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
But that's what it was. Literally four people or five. I think it was the second party. But the worst part was it was back to back. So like this lady gets kicked out. Um, she gets kicked out, and then her like partner is with her. She leaves too. They're like in the fucking lobby screaming, "What? I thought it was interactive." And then there was a guy, and then two women, and he was there with two women, like his date. I think they were gonna have a threesome or something. But he was like still talking and like just answering questions. At this point, it was very obvious he should have shut the fuck up.
yeah.
And even the comedian's like, dude, do you want to get kicked out too? They just kicked that lady out. And sure enough, the fucking got kicked out too.
Yeah.
And like that, where it was like, well, that one you were asking for it, guy.
That must ruin the whole night, though, huh?
It did. I mean, honestly, it kind of made my night. Me
Or at
and the other
least that whole
comedians
set.
with
I
it.
mean,
Yeah, yeah. The set was definitely like, and I don't want the headliner was he handled it well. I think it's fine. He also another thing that he kept doing was he wasn't leaving, which like I appreciated. He wasn't being like, I'm gonna finish my set on that note because it's totally gonna like tarnish the night and like maybe the weekend or whatever.
hmm,
So he was like, nope, I'm gonna like once this episode is over, I'm gonna keep going to like try to salvage it,
yeah.
which I appreciated. But me and the other comedians were in the back just snickering like schoolgirls, but like, can you believe this? This is insane. Yeah,
Oh man, that is
but it
insane though.
happens. Yeah. I mean, I've had a lady try to fight me before.
Oh shit.
Yeah, not for anything I said in particular. I mean, for something I said, but not for like my material. Like I had just got called. I had just been brought on stage, and she was already like talking shit to everybody. She had already smacked the
Imagine
bartender.
like a WD. I imagine her like a WWE wrestler standing up, just yelling at people and shit, like "fuck
Yeah,
you." And
yeah, it was kind of like that. She was just like old Samoan lady, so it was definitely like she was a part of the bloodline or whatever they have these days.
yeah, actually.
Yeah, she was a fatu.
Have you seen that video?
Oh no, which one?
They asked Rashiki, how
Rikishi,
like Rikishi. What did I say?
Rashiki.
Rikishi.
It's like
Um,
Rafiki and Rikishi mixed together.
yeah, or Daishiki with an R. They're
Uh,
asking him who's related to who, and he
I
names
have seen that.
everybody, and it's like
Yeah,
every famous wrestler is somehow his
yeah,
cousin or uncle or blah blah blah.
yeah. They're
It's like what the fuck?
Polynesian to some degree. Yeah, they all got together and be like, all right, we're all gonna do this. I mean, I think
Made
there's
it
also
sound
a
like it
woman
wasn't
now.
that many degrees out though, but I don't know
I mean,
how.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
know
I
how
think
true.
it is like like uncle. It's like father, uncle, son, cousins, and
Hmm.
grandfather. I think the furthest one is the Rock from them.
The Rock's dead.
The Rockstad is like their great uncle, I think.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
So the Rock is like their second or third cousin.
I think I don't know something like that. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It was incredible how many. It was like all the famous wrestlers essentially.
yeah. Yeah, like the other one that remember the one I stopped watching wrestling in like 2003 maybe
Hmm.
2004. This was like before. Yeah, I stopped watching before Chris Benoit died. Um, but there used to be this dude. He was kind of like coming in Umaga. You remember him? He died of an overdose, I think,
Oh
or maybe
fuck.
some sort of heart failure. Yeah, or both.
Yeah.
Umaga, and he was the son. He's the brother of Rikishi,
Hmm. Oh
and I think
shit.
and I think his sons are the Usos, who are like now in WWE, and their Rikishi son is Roman Reigns, or the opposite maybe.
Or something. His something is Roman
Yeah,
Reigns though. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, and then there was the other dad. They were the sons. I think Rikishi and his brother was. Remember Rosie? Do you remember Hurricane and Rosie?
No.
You remember? Do you remember that there used to be like this like fake superhero wrestler with like he dressed all in green and had a cape.
No.
But he was another wrestler, and his tag team partner was Rosie, and he was another like giant Samoan dude, and that was Rikishi's brother. Yeah, Google him.
Was it
Um,
Rosie and what?
the Hurricane and Rosie.
I'm super tripped out.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and his brother is I think also no, his son is Umaga. I don't know. But there's a lot, and then there's the Wild Samoans are their uncles.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I don't even remember these dudes.
and
I think
there's
that's around when
yeah,
I stopped watching too, though.
yeah. I stopped watching in like 2003, 2004 when Eddie Guerrero was at his peak.
Sounds about right in that
Might
era.
have been like '04. I was already too old. I was like 14, and I was already kind of embarrassed. I remember I was in high school and I wasn't like
I
checking in with
definitely played the
people.
video games until I went to college, though. I really
Oh, for
like those
sure.
wrestling video
But
games.
yeah, but video games are different.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
agree.
it's more of an it's more of an escape already. So like you can't be the guy who's like. I mean, I guess you could watch wrestling too for whatever reason. I don't knock on wrestling anymore. I actually want to go to a match so bad.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Because now I appreciate it for what it is, but I hope they also like sprinkle in an old guy that I used to watch, even though he's really old,
Yeah,
whatever, or have like Mankind just be the commissioner for a day and be like, oh, you're gonna fight with Donald Trump or whatever.
they do a bunch of bullshit like that for
Yeah,
sure.
that's just just give me the appearance, and I'll be happy with that.
I watched WrestleMania. I forgot if it was this year or the year before because Julie was out of town. Like, I'll just watch WrestleMania, fucking catch a buzz, and then go out because it was on like at 8. Um, and they did a lot of that. I can't remember who. I know Stone Cold showed up, Vince McMahon showed
Yeah,
up, like a bunch of people showed up like that. You know what
see, I'll be cool with that. Just give me
I
that.
mean?
I gotta watch the actual match probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're short too. They do like 30-second match, 5 seconds matches, just to be like, all right, next, come on,
Oh
see if I'm
yeah.
interested.
Whoever Stone Cold ended up fighting, um, was a young guy. So it's just Stone Cold like throwing him around, because he can't do shit.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of their weird like TLC. I'm not sure what channel it's on, or if it's even on a channel or a streaming service. But they do like Mick Foley goes around um, buying people's old memorabilia. So he goes around the country and he's like, this guy, he's like, I wrestled in 1995 and I got a tack in my head. And I never knew what happened to that tack until last week. I came in touch with this guy in, you know, Billings, Montana, who has three of the four original tacks from that match. Let's see if he wants to sell it back to WWE. So he has like he'll have like Undertaker with him and he'll be like, they go to this guy's house, and he's like, "Hey, can we see the tax?" And he's like, "Sure, here you go." He's like, "What if I gave you 5,000?" He's like, "Sorry, my great grandmother gave me those tax. It's you know." He's like, "Okay, here's
A
another
weird version of
offer."
like Pawn
Yeah,
Stars mixed with
yeah, it's weird, and they're buying back old memorabilia, which goes to show you how far like wrestlers have fallen. They got to buy their old shit back. Like, come on, you got. I need that inhaler to breathe, man. He's like, I don't know. This is from the Hell in a Cell when you fell off.
those were my teeth.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally that shit though,
Yeah.
where it's like, can I buy it back? I need them to chew. Nah, man, nah.
This show sounds surreal. How do you find all this crazy shit?
They're on Peacock. I have
Yeah.
Peacock, and Peacock has all the rights to WWE, and they have a bunch of original shows like that. And that's what I watch. I watch a lot of Mick Foley is, you know, a fucking Pawn Star, or you know what I mean. Like that's what I want
Yeah,
to watch. I want to watch.
that's essentially what it was or sounds
Yeah,
like.
but I keep doing stuff like that. I want to see the Undertaker like have his own cooking show.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Run a
You
funeral
know.
home.
Yeah. That'd be great. Kane has like a grilling show. He's just like burning everything.
Yeah, I'd enjoy all that.
Yeah, like, God damn it, Kane, you burned it again.
That's how you get adults to watch more
Yeah,
adult-ish TV.
exactly. You just do other shit. Yeah, then you start doing some like political type show with like, I don't know, who's in-
Kurt Angle's super right
JBL.
wing
Yeah.
about it.
Kurt Angle. He's actually pretty liberal. I've been watching his podcast.
I didn't even know he had one.
Yeah, he has. I think it's called like the Kurt Angle Show or something. But I watch it all the time. He had John. I also saw John Bernthal. You know, John Bernthal has one. Have you ever
I don't
seen
know who
his?
that
It's
is.
called like John Bernthal is the Punisher.
The
From the
actor who
Marvel
plays the
series.
Punisher
Yeah, he's
on
also
Netflix.
yeah
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that guy. He has one called Real Ones, which he usually interviews like real people who was like an ex-retired cop, or Shia LaBeouf after he fucking had a meltdown,
Hmm.
or like Secret Service guy or Navy SEAL guy or old MS-13 gang member from a prison, and like you check it out. You should check out the one that he does with the dude from Sons of Anarchy, or not Sons of Anarchy. What's the Mexican version of that? That was terrible. People loved it though.
Mayans.
Mayans. The guy, one of the actors in
Mexican
that,
version. Yeah.
he interviews that guy. I forgot his name, but he's like an East LA like gangster who got like he was the guy in. Have you ever seen the movie End of Watch?
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's really good.
Well, he's one of the gangsters in that. Anyways, this guy is like he's an actor now, and he used to be this like actual like serious gang member, and he was on. That's how I got put on the John Bernthal podcast. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, this guy has like a coffee shop now in I think Santa Fe Springs, maybe.
Fuck, that's random.
Yeah, yeah. He has started like his own coffee company, and
Yeah.
it's like I forgot what it's called. It's like low thespian, um, whatever coffee, or you know.
Yeah. I feel like a
But
coffee shop. I guess it'd be kind of nice. It feels a little random.
it is funny to see this like hardened like prison gang member run it though. It's like, what's up, dog? You liking your coffee or what, fool? That shit's good or what? It's like, yeah, everything's excellent, sir. Let me know if you want some almond milk. Give you an alternative milk.
They must still talk like that, right?
Why would it change? Yeah,
Yeah. Because they're so old. By the
yeah.
time things kind of change, or often, not always.
Education, I feel like sometimes fixes that, right? How would you say? Because they talking. Look at me. they they're talking like that because it's they're products of their environment, so it's like a colloquial thing, right? It's they probably didn't learn necessarily in school lots of vocabulary or grammatical technique, so I feel like it's whatever they heard. They're probably grown up in a home that like English is the second language, so there's
Kinda, you
that.
never had it like when you go hang out with people that you'll kind of change the way you're speaking towards the way they're speaking. Like if you hang out with them long enough, I imagine that kind
Uh,
of shit happens. You know what I mean?
I
Almost like
guess
an
yeah,
accent. You know what I mean?
yeah. You know, but that proves my point though. Is that once you're a part of that environment for so long, now you continue to speak that way, right? So like these
Yeah,
people
just
will
gonna
continue
lock
to
in.
speak, yeah. So like if they don't leave that area, I guess, and go to Britain and start speaking Cockney
Hmm.
in it, I'll be in it.
They say if you know it after puberty, it doesn't usually change, but for me, it changes quite a bit.
Yeah, I disagree. Yeah, I think it definitely changes all the time. Like I said, if you're there, you're gonna also like if you never speak for a while. I was reading this thing about people who like when the people that live alone, they if they don't say stuff for a long time, they lose the like grasp of like volume or like why are you screaming right now? Like, oh sorry, or like they're whispering and it's like why are you like going so like oh sorry,
Yeah, that's a trip. Yeah, I would never
yeah,
thought of that.
stuff like
That's
that
why they
where
say
it's
if you
like
have a truly feral person, like they're very peculiar.
yeah,
Like you can't really unferal them, or it's
a feral
supposed to be
person
really hard.
start growling at people. It's like, why are you talking like that? Say you want a piece of bread, man. I will pass you the bread.
Fuck, I was gonna say something else about that. It slipped my mind.
My
Okay,
cholo jargon,
no.
colloquial
Which part of it?
choloism.
Hmm?
You ever heard fuck I forgot his name. He has that joke about the cholos in the LA River. He's like, look, fool, a frog, dog. Oh man, that's so special, fool.
That's a pretty good joke.
I forgot his name. He's hilarious. He's an LA guy.
I don't know.
Yeah, he talks about going to the LA River with his family, and he sees some like East LA cholos
I've heard.
there.
I'm pretty sure I've heard the joke, but I don't
Yeah.
know what it is.
Yeah. I'm trying to
I can't even think
think
of
of his
that many
name.
Hispanic LA comics, or like really comics in general.
Um, man, I'm gonna try to memorize it or figure out his name.
The only ones I know are like Fluffy, and he was from Bakersfield.
No,
Um,
Fluffy's from Long Beach.
Felipe Esparza is from like Boyle Heights.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
from
he's
Boyle
from Long
Heights.
Beach.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
I think that's all I got, at least off the top of my head. Not the old
Al
school guy.
Madrigal.
Oh yeah, I saw him at fucking Rocco's down the street from my apartment.
Yeah, because he lives there. So like, he saw
I'm
some
guessing.
cholos there. Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I should say something. I was like, I don't want to interrupt them. Look like I have a nice dinner or beer. What's going on?
There's a dog barking, but we don't have a dog.
That was Eva.
She usually meows.
Somebody said the secret word.
Yeah, it's all. But anyways,
You
yeah,
good?
it's all good. But yeah, he's hilarious.
Camera shakes and then it turns off. Like fuck, dog got me.
Say I'm a pest, will ya?
some some solid recollection there, buddy.
I mean, you gotta bring things back. That's how we relate to it. Memories are hilarious.
Memories always have an extra kick to them, or
They do.
nostalgic shit.
Yeah, reminiscing. It's always like it's a very like it's
Hmm.
very it's already uplifting and elevated
Have you ever noticed we don't really do that?
because we continue to make new memories. I feel like if we didn't hang out, I know it sounds um lame, but
I love you
um,
too.
that's not what I said at all. I'm gonna edit this out of the podcast.
Oh
But
shit!
that's what I mean. Is like because we continue to like still hang out, we don't have to reminisce about shit because it's still consistent.
But then you
You
have to
know,
hang out to reminisce, so it's a little bit of a catch-22.
I guess so. I don't know. I always think about like friends that I haven't seen in a long ass time. It usually turns into like a memory competition. Do you remember when? Yeah, oh my god, that shit was crazy. And what's his face was there? Oh, he was. And I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And like you're not really saying jokes, but you're laughing at like the the circumstance
yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
remember.
I guess it just hasn't
But
happened to me in a long time. Um, I was this weekend looking for you for work.
I'm actually free this weekend.
Okay, wow, it's been a
I
while.
know. But then after this one, it gets all. I'm literally like 3 out of 4 or 3 to 4 days out of the week for the next like 4 weeks. I'll be
Okay,
doing
go to
stuff.
Canada this weekend.
Honestly, I should. I least try to do a room out there. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to write some stuff so I
Or
can.
shit
It's so
expensive
hard
in
to.
Canada?
It's the same thing as Seattle. Same thing as everywhere. Inflation, man. It's all the same shit. The peso is fucking also inflated. Like everything's the same.
I don't know. It's pretty nice when you go to Mexico and you eat for like a big meal for like $3 still. Get like
Mm.
a torta and like a bunch of like a couple tacos.
And a couple of sex workers.
Yeah. Then you take home the whole fucking staff.
Yeah. It's
And
like
you get
you
25
two.
cents.
Yeah.
I guess change.
Put their kids through college.
When's the last time you went to Canada?
A couple of months ago, March, I think,
Hmm. Do you
maybe.
so you guys just go up there like people in San Diego go to like TJ?
Yeah, it's like literally same distance, so like an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on the line. The line's always harder to get back into the U.S. Obviously,
Yeah.
because which is funny because when we went, I remember the guy. Um, when we first got in, there was these two ladies, Canadian Border Patrol, and she was like, "Why are you guys here? Where are you going?" And like, there's no line; you just drive into Canada. And then on the way back, there's obviously a line. And the guy was like, the American Border Patrol guy was like, "How was uh, Canada?" And we're like, "Man, we should have never left America." He's like, "That's what I'm talking about. Canada sucks." He's like, "You don't see a line to get into Canada," and he's so right. The line is to get into the U.S. They got the
That's
same
funny.
rights and rules.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really see the point of going up there though, except for maybe nature stuff.
I mean, we got nature here, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I imagine they have pretty crazy fucking like swaths of forest, but
You go there to get the mushroom dispensaries. To go to a mushroom dispensary,
hmm.
they might even have like acid ones. I think. Maybe I'm not sure about the acid ones.
I imagine they have a forest that's kind of like comparable to Yosemite. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like everything is almost like mirrored. So if you go to Banff, Banff is in Canada, but the other side of Banff, on the other side of the border, is Yellowstone.
Oh yeah, okay, no shit, huh?
Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff like that. Same with like here, and you got the Olympic Peninsula, or is it the Olympic Peninsula, or whatever it is, like the San Juan Islands. There's the like, there's the American San Juan Islands, and literally just on the other side of that is like a mirrored image of the British Columbia San Juan Islands, or whatever the fuck they're called over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I feel like it's really odd how that works, but it feels like it's a giant like symmetrical. But the difference is where it gets extreme with us in heat on the southern part of the continent. For them, it gets extreme with winter, with cold on the northern part of the continent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, same thing with like Niagara. There's the Canadian Niagara Falls, and then there's the New York Canada Falls or Niagara Falls.
Mm-hmm.
It's like God made it a mirror.
Yeah. I guess it's just that's probably how most of it worked out.
That's also like if you divide something that's awesome in the middle, you're like, wait, I want this.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I feel like that's how it works too.
Have you been to Niagara Falls?
No, never.
That shit looks pretty
You?
crazy.
Yeah.
I saw pictures because Julie went. You
Mm,
could like walk behind the waterfall and shit, or part of it. What the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah. Like
I'm
it's not
trying to
like
drink the
you go see
water.
the waterfall from hella far. You like go
You
essentially
go
into
in
the
it?
motherfucker.
That's cool. I actually like that. That's how I've always wanted to go to what's it called? The Grand Canyon. Have you ever been there?
No, I want to go there too though.
But essentially you
Dude,
can't get close.
or
Yeah.
if we go to Vegas, we could go then.
I'd be down.
They offer. I think I don't know how expensive it is though, but they offer like a turnaround tour. Like go
Really?
leave fucking Vegas like at 11 and come back like at 5 or some shit. I don't know what the
Oh, I'd be
actual time.
down. I'd be down for that. Take a
Okay.
helicopter when we fucking win at the table, Steve. Once we fucking dominate and come up like 250 G's, cool quarter million. We'll take a couple helicopters back and forth.
Yeah, I'm down.
We'll have a home base in the Grand Canyon. We'll have another home base in Vegas.
Oh shit. I went to Vegas recently. I don't know if we've talked since then.
I saw some of your posts and stuff.
Did we
I think
talk
we did
about it?
talk. It was for Julie's brother's bar mitzvah or something.
So we've talked in the past. Oh, I think that's literally the last time we talked was right after that.
Mm,
I think. But anyway, I did all right at the tables. That's what I was getting at.
hell yeah. That's the
For a minute,
move.
it was looking like I was screwed over, and then it turned around.
Fucking gambler.
Yeah. Well, no, because I'm
Oh,
always like,
gambler.
gotta fucking spend my cap. That's why I have the cap.
Yeah.
Works out pretty well that way.
And I can't wait. That's why I want. We're gonna have football. So with fantasy football, Martin's in the league too. Um, so that'll be cool to watch. So now when we watch football, there's that added element too. Like that's my player,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, so you're saying stay for Sunday?
hmm
Yeah, I think I'll be down.
But even then, no, you won't be there because we're gonna get there Thursday. That's the opening night, Thursday. But Sunday, yeah, if we can watch football in the morning, they have
Are
football
the
all day
Raiders
Sunday.
playing?
I think they are, and I think they are at home.
Fuck. Because my plan was to leave Thursday after work. So hopefully it's not a
Oh, you're
shit show.
saying, oh, you're saying to Vegas? No, they're not playing on Thursday. The
Oh,
home
okay.
opener, the season opener is the Chiefs and the Eagles. I think like a rematch of the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Because I imagine it's a shit show around there.
Yeah,
Did you hear about the A Stadium? Supposedly it's approved.
didn't it like recently? Because we talked about it on the podcast. It got nixed, right?
Yeah, and then they got approved kind of recently, like for some significant amount of money, but not all the money.
They got it again. Yeah, 'cause I saw that the Dodgers were playing them, and they were like, "Sell the team, sell the
Oh yeah.
team."
We were tripping out. We are watching the game, or we're watching I guess whatever the after show is. And Julie's like, "What are they saying? What are they saying?" I was like, "I don't know. I can't understand them." So we kept rewinding it. And they're like, "Oh, sell the team, sell the
Yeah,
team." Crazy.
but for
But all
another
right.
team, it's weird.
Hmm?
But for like you're going to another team, and you're saying to that team for your team to sell your team.
I think
That's
they
the
just
part of the
wanted to get the
problem.
message out.
My point is a part of the problem. Chant that in the stadium in Oakland.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
You know,
But
like
then you're selling tickets, and then it's encouraging them to fucking stay, or encouraging them not to sell the team. You're just helping them out.
well, my point is if the A's would be selling out every single game, regardless of how crappy their stadium is, regardless of how crappy their team is, they wouldn't go to Vegas. If they would make more money in Oakland, they would stay in Oakland.
My understanding is they don't really try to make the team win. What they try to do is make it so that they can get as much cash as they possibly can out of the team. So like they'll get really good prospects, and instead of trying to build a team, they'll sell them away so that they're making profit, kind of thing. So everybody's essentially saying like, if you don't want this fucking team, just sell it. Like you're just wasting everybody's time and shit with this team. So even if they go to
Well,
Vegas, they're still kind of like that, right? It's still kind of like you're just wasting this team. You just keep selling the players off.
I disagree. When they get to Vegas, now they're going to be like, we need people to continue to try to come to these games. So I'm going to put the product that I want on the field for you to be able to come.
I don't know.
This year, the NFL is the first year that they did these. They used to have like equitable rules because it's all owned by the 32 owners of the league, and they all vote on stuff together.
Mhm.
Um, so for the first, so they always are like, even if you're a shitty team from Jacksonville that doesn't have any fans, you still get the same amount of a cut on like the TV deal, whatever it is, whatever
Yeah, yeah,
deal
yeah.
you're making, as fucking Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, or like one of these teams who are like constantly doing well or on prime time, or like, and it's because um, they're a part of this like voting thing. But anyways, this year is the first year ever that they're like, all right, we're not going to award prime time games to shitty teams. Like we're done with that.
I mean, it makes sense though.
Yeah, but now the shitty teams are not going to be able to be represented.
They're gonna get less fans.
So they're going to have less fans and less money, and then they're going to lose their vote at the table, which I'm fine with that. My thing is like, I don't care. Just put a good product on the field.
Consider it like a relegation. If you can't put up the
Yeah.
numbers, then what the fuck do you want everybody else to do?
If we had relegation, it'd be a whole different story. But you can't, because that's another thing too that people don't understand when they're like, "Oh, European soccer is so much better than American." Kind of like
Oh
their
no, no, that's not
top.
what I meant. I didn't mean it literally. I just meant like consider it something like relegation, where like if a team can't hang, then they're gone, and we have to wait for another billionaire to buy another team
Yeah.
to fill out the
Well,
league.
no. What I was saying is that like, I think relegation would be great. Where yeah, you do go to the USFL, but that's what I was going to say is that there is not as many leagues or as many of a talent pool as like in Europe. In Europe, like the top teams are so much better than the rest of the world, but also technically they have so many other leagues there in Europe that like they're fourth and fifth division now are trash, but they're still part of that same thing. Like their pool is so much larger,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Whereas here, it's like there's only one league and it's fucking you'll never make it. You're not gonna be
yeah.
some shitty fucking club from whatever. But like I beat the Cowboys today. No, you didn't. Your team got murdered.
It
Like
had
they
to
would
be
literally
something
die.
like baseball that would be able to do that. Maybe not even baseball because you have to switch up the players so
Yeah.
often. I
I
guess
don't think any
basketball,
American
maybe.
sport. It's only soccer. 'Cause soccer's fucking lame. My point is the shitty soccer player can play against the best soccer player in the world, and it'd be like, oh, it was close. It was a fucking tie, 1-1, or fucking 5-1. Whereas the best football team played the worst football team in the world, they would literally die. They'd probably would like their heads pop off.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You guys out in gurneys?
That's what I mean. Like that's the difference between when they're like, well, European soccer is better than American.
Hmm.
Yes, but soccer sucks, man.
Yeah. So who cares either way?
I'm sorry,
It
soccer
is a weird system they
sucks.
have here, though.
Mm, I
But
hate
it
I
doesn't
hate
really
American
matter.
soccer.
I'll
I
say,
hate
yeah, I
it
don't really watch it,
MLS.
so it doesn't really matter.
I hate it so much. Another thing that I hate it too is that like they keep trying to like replicate what they're doing in Europe, and it's like
Yeah.
just be your own thing. Like with the Messi thing was smart. Bring Messi here because it's like how do we get a player who's technically still not in his prime, but not that far removed, you know?
Hmm.
Um, but like he plays for Inter Milan, which is a play on another team name that they have in Europe, and I think Italy.
Hmm.
Inter, I think it's called Inter Milan. Oh no, I said Inter Milan.
Hmm.
But he's actually at Inter Miami,
Hmm.
which is a dumb name. Why would you call yourself Inter Miami? It makes no
Yeah.
sense. You're
Yeah.
only copying Inter Milan, I think it stands for like International Milan. So
Yeah.
now it's International Miami, which is so dumb. Just be like the Miami fucking messy penises or whatever you want to call yourself.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
like your little brother in yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like stop doing that shit.
I don't get that shit. They say that about like the UFC and Bellator and stuff. Bellator will always be like, "We're the number two promotion." Like, why are you admitting that? What's going
Yeah,
on here?
yeah.
You should
Stop
say you're
doing
number one,
that.
whether you are or not.
Or at least be like these guys can compete with the UFC. Or yeah.
Yeah.
What's another one that they do? What's another stupid like LAFC? Why do you gotta be the LA like FC? That's what like stop doing that. Be
Yeah.
whatever. The Los Angeles better soccer players.
I don't know any of the fucking club names in um, Europe, but let's just say it's like London FC. The reason why it's called London FC is because that team is so old. The people who created the team were fucking dunces that had no
Yeah,
creativity.
yeah,
So you have creativity now. Fucking use
yeah.
it and make a team name.
They were an actual football club, or it's just a
Yeah.
couple of old boyos just fucking sitting around drinking pints and talking football.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're already like it's like Bellator, but like we're second best, and it's like all
Yeah.
right, fuck you. I don't respect you. You don't even respect yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Except for like the New York Red Bulls. I love that shit.
Yeah. See, that was cool.
Yeah, right? I think it's New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
what I
that's
know.
cool. Their whole thing was like, you want to sponsor us? How about you fucking have we'll fucking name ourselves after you. That's cool.
They bought him.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if their sponsorship is it runs so deep, Steve, that they are owned by the drinking thing,
That's
right?
so
That's what I
cool.
want to be.
I fucking love that.
I want to
Yeah, I
be
want to
the,
be the Red
yeah.
Bull and fucking Coca Cola Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. The Baltimore Bud Lights.
Oh shit.
Those stupid
That's sick.
idiots.
I feel like that'd be the good way to advertise teams or whatever, but
Yeah.
that makes it a whole nother game.
And that's how you get money and that's how you get good players. Instead, you're fucking being like, we're Inter Miami. No, you're not. First of all, people internationally already want to come into Miami. The reason that Inter Milan had to do this thing is because they're the ones who are trying to compete with the rest of the world,
Yeah,
right? We don't have to compete. And I say we because I'm an American, god damn it.
allegedly.
Yeah. I bleed barbecue sauce and ranch. I'm an American.
And it's a serious problem.
And I can't get it fixed because I'm an American.
You look like you lost weight. I saw your
Well,
stand
sir,
up. What did I see? I saw something on Instagram. Yeah,
I'll
it
probably like a
wasn't your
picture or
stand up. You were
something.
probably at a fucking show, huh?
I got a new shirt that is like a 5X. Uh,
So it's
yeah.
slimming.
So it's slimming, yeah. What I do now is I buy a bunch of tents. I just don't put the poles in it, and I wear the shirt. It's pretty good.
Fucking car cover.
But, yeah.
Shit. So you did? I thought you lost weight. I was like, oh, sick.
Nah, yeah, I've been doing all right. No, actually, I haven't. I've been doing bad, but I'm back on it. I've been doing the last couple of days.
Yeah. You
I
got
got a
like 6 weeks,
disease, man.
man.
I got a disease, Steve.
You got like no 7 weeks.
Yeah, 7 weeks,
That's like
I think.
73 more sleeps or something like that.
Goddamn, John Anik. What if you have insomnia, John Anik? You're not inclusive, man.
Yeah, what a dick.
Right? One more sleep tonight. Like, you son of a bitch. It's been
You're never
weeks.
gonna see this.
Fucking idiot. You're a simple
Shit.
Jack. He's also
You
like
gonna
an
watch
idiot.
that movie again, huh?
He's also the idiot who's always bringing up people's like fucking personal shit. It's like both of these fighters recently went through a custody battle, and it's like,
Yeah,
bitch,
yeah.
it's like their credit score is awful. It's like, why
Hey,
you gotta bring up bullshit?
you know what's funny is that they always try to get you to fall in love with the fighters with that with the UFC, but the fighters that everyone loves, they didn't do that for.
Yeah,
Like I don't know anything about Gage's personal life, but he's awesome.
apparently he's Mexican. You know that?
Yeah, that I do know.
Yeah,
Because
he's a Colorado wrestler,
I
Gaethje.
feel like somebody was like he was doing an interview and somebody was like, "You fight like a Mexican style boxing kind of thing," and he was like, "Yeah, I'm Mexican." Forgot what that was though.
I think it was recently. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe. I feel like I haven't seen him talk recently. Actually, you're right.
Um, I was telling her to turn on the fan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's hot, but I told her to cut the fan noise. 'Cause
Go
this
to
is
hell.
serious. Buy me Bone Stormer. Go to
Go
hell.
to hell.
Part in this house we say a little word called please. Oh, the
Oh shit.
Simpsons.
Yeah, I know, man. I
We're talking about fighting.
talking shit about John
Um,
Anik and all the sleeps. I was
yeah, that
saying about
fucking
you
idiot.
losing weight and you have 7 more weeks.
Yeah, no, I haven't been losing weight. Fucking this groundhog's gonna go back for winter, whatever. 7 more weeks of winter, Steve.
Just push the wedding a year.
I mean, I got my suit. It fucking fits me huge.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
massive. Yeah, I gotta take it to a tailor and be like, yo, accentuate my penis.
They can't actually tailor it that far.
What do you mean? Yeah, they can.
Mm-mm.
Why not?
You should make sure because I tried to do that and they said they couldn't.
I've definitely done it before. I've done it all the time. I always buy suits too big and then I go there and I make them
But
small.
like from what to what, you know what I mean? Like there's only a range. Like you can only go down like a size and a
Oh
half.
yeah,
Or some shit.
yeah,
So I'm just
yeah.
saying
Once
if
you
you
rip
lose a
it,
lot of
yeah,
weight, you're not gonna fit into the suit at all.
yeah. At that point, I'll fucking go to the men's warehouse and give a shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just throwing it out there because I got a suit and that happened to me.
Poor Steve. I don't think I have that problem. Oh no, he lost too much weight.
No, I couldn't find my size, so I bought it like 2 sizes bigger. And I was like, "Hey, make it so that this fits." And they're like, "This is way too big." And I was like, "Well, I thought you could tailor it." And like, we can only do it like a size or a size and a half or whatever it was. I was like, "Ah, just get it as small as you can, and I'll just have to use this." Um,
Hmm.
but it
Well, I
wasn't a
should go
weight
find
loss thing.
out
It was
then.
I bought a big one.
Yeah, I should go find out then because I can just find another one. It takes a couple of weeks, so as long as I time it. I think it literally took 2 weeks for this shit to come.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm.
It could take
Yeah.
a long ass time, but it should take like 2 weeks.
And I could just return it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you guys gave me a tent. I asked for a tax.
Tent. I saw this thing called the Space Dome today. I kind of want to buy it. You guys
Space
go camping
Dome.
at all? Yeah,
We got invited next week. It's funny because I was like, baby, I don't really like camping, and I don't have any camping gear. She's like, I have plenty of camping gear. I love camping.
yeah.
Um, but no, we haven't been. But what's a space dome? Is it like a tent
I was
that
gonna
looks
ask
like
you
you're
like
in space?
it's a tent that's tall enough for like a 6 foot person to stand in, I think, and it's pretty wide and it's just like pretty optimized, I guess. I don't know how else to
Hmm.
explain it. Like it's optimized for being too hot, for fucking being too cold, blah blah blah, for the wind.
Check it out. I did want to buy a tent that was just like made for the back of my truck.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
You might as well.
oh yeah, I see.
Because
The
it's like
space dome is pretty cool.
you guys. Do you guys have beaches? I know it's a weird question, I guess.
Yeah, We
Yeah,
got
like if we go
beaches.
to the beach, fucking just open that shit up and chill in there. Be nice. I don't know how
Yeah,
close you get to the water there though.
you get pretty close. The beaches are not very sandy though. They got rocks and shit. There's some
Yeah,
sandy
yeah, yeah.
beaches.
I'm just
Um,
saying for the sound of the water because you'll be in your fucking truck anyway.
mm,
Just a nice sound.
yeah, I'm gonna turn it on and fucking rev it all night. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I want to go to sleep to. Fuck the beach.
God damn it. Oh man, why you gotta ruin everything, Ponch? Fuck.
Cause I'm American, remember?
Oh shit. I
I
still
got.
haven't fucking gotten a hotel for your wedding. That just hit me right
I
now.
mean, no worries, man. Like I said, I'll get it, but I probably won't be able to buy it for a couple more weeks. So just I know
What do
it's
you
gonna
mean?
be more expensive. I have to wait. I budgeted it out, so not this paycheck or the next paycheck, but the third paycheck, which is like literally like 4 weeks from now or something like that.
What are you talking about?
I can't buy the tickets because I don't have money for like the next couple of weeks.
What tickets?
Or not tickets, whatever it's called, the fucking ticket entry fee to get into the hotel, Steve.
Oh, you mean for Vegas?
For Vegas, yeah.
Oh,
No, we're
I could
talking
just
about?
get it, and then you guys could just pay me when we get there.
I put it, I don't care. I was gonna buy it even if it was last minute. So
Hmm.
it's up to you guys. My team's been the same thing. I'm like, I'll buy
Yeah, I'll
them
just
in
get it.
a couple of weeks.
Just let me know
No.
which days, and I'll get it.
Um, Thursday through Sunday,
I thought you
whatever
wanted
that
to stay
weekend is.
Sunday.
Huh?
I thought you were gonna stay Sunday so you could watch the games.
No, I'm leaving Sunday night now.
Oh, really?
But late, yeah, but late, like 7, 9 p.m. or something like that.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, because you couldn't stay Monday, right?
Hmm?
You couldn't stay for Monday.
I was saying if you wanted to, I could. I was gonna just leave Vegas early as all fuck.
But then you would have been miserable, Steve.
Nah, I've done crazier.
That shit like that too, where it's like just go straight to work. Still got fucking coke on your nose and shit.
I would have like planned my day out though. I would have gone to bed fucking early, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Just watch like the first like the early games.
Then what's the point, Steve?
The last game's like last kickoff's like at 5:45, no?
Yeah, they're done by like 8 something, eight
Or
thirty.
like 9, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't usually go that late.
What time would you need to leave in the morning to get to work on time?
Fucking early because there's traffic. I've done it before actually.
Like 3 in the
No,
morning?
I left from Victorville um at like 6 to get to work.
What
So
time
I
you go in?
there's a lot of fucking traffic, huh?
What time do you get in?
8:30.
So it took you 2.5 hours to get there. It's not
No.
bad. No, how far is Victorville? Like 60 miles?
Yeah, it should take like an hour. It's just that there's a fuck ton of traffic once you get down the I don't know, like on the 15, I guess.
I don't know how you do with that shit anymore, man.
I don't know. I don't know how people do that as like a normal. I'm going to work. There's people
Yeah,
from
I know.
Victorville that go to LA and shit. It's like whoa.
All of our friends and shit, all of my cousins, that's what they do. It's like a fucking live in San Bernardino or fucking work in Burbank or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why do you? The worst part is not even the time. It's the like the emotions you feel, the rage, the fucking frustration. That like I'm gonna murder everybody on the road right now. This person that you become, you get home, you smack your fucking wife around. Ah, where the fuck is the goddamn dinner, bitch? I've been in traffic for hours. You see what I mean? Like you don't want
You
to
know
become
the
that
things I
person.
saw. You
Just
know
get a
how
job close to get a job close to your home where you can walk there. You come home, you're all nice and happy.
exactly.
You start dinner in
Oh,
that
shit.
instance. You're like, I'm gonna make dinner. I got home early today. I walked. It was a nice stroll.
Oh man.
Yeah, people do that shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get it. I mean, if you have to, you have to, I guess. But I can't imagine. I don't know. I don't. I really don't know how that shit works.
My thing is like, I understand if it's like an epic job or like a job that like this, the opportunity is like, I have to go. It's so worth it. But like, how many people are actually sitting there and like doing the math? I don't think people actually do that. I think at the end of the day, it winds up being the same shit, if not worse. Where it's like, bro, you spend more money in gas and time. That's usually what happens too. All my fucking cousins, they're like, I'll just buy another car. I'm gonna save gas. Like, but then you got two cars, idiot. Like, I don't understand. They do that all the time. Like, you have this epic truck, and they're like, "Well, my truck wastes too much gas, and I bought a little Honda." But again, it's like you don't factor in two cars. Yeah, the gas is cheaper.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like these guys, sometimes I don't actually think they're sitting down with their financial advisor and being like,
Then
"Is
again,
this a
hey,
good
see you
idea?"
later.
Yeah,
Oh shit. No, I'm sure it does fucking eat into their pocket way more than you think. At least if you value your time, right? Because fuck.
yeah. I mean, time is the most important. But that's another thing too. I will say, and like I don't know how to sound humble saying this, but sometimes people are just fucking their brain is off in traffic. You know what I mean? And they're just
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's like, how do you? Like, there's nothing there, man. You
You
know?
just turn into a fucking robot for
Yeah.
X amount of miles.
Which is why they're willing to do it. They're just
Yeah,
a robot for their children. I just need to work. I don't care about anything else. My kid needs to
yeah,
eat. My kid needs shoes.
yeah, for real. It's a trip, man. It's a trip.
But anyways, yeah. Like I feel like for you, because you do it, but I feel like it's worth it, right? You would, it adds up.
I go backwards and it's not that far. It's 30 miles.
Mm.
So it takes me like 30 minutes.
That's not too
The
bad.
issue we have is actually, yeah, unless there's crazy traffic, I can get to work pretty fast.
Which it happens every now and then too. I feel like
Oh, yeah,
once
yeah,
a
yeah.
week there's something stupid.
Yeah.
Or
Like
like the
every Monday or
president
Friday
was
kind
in
of
the
thing.
fucking fender bender.
Hmm?
It's like, why was there traffic? Oh, the president was in a fender bender or something. The presidential
What
convoy.
happens in that scenario? Do they just take him out of the car, Secret Service, and take him somewhere else?
I think a helicopter, the whatever it's called, presidential one or whatever, fucking picks up the whole car and just flies away.
Air Force One?
Well, no, the helicopter is called something different.
Oh,
Yeah,
Presidential One sounds so ridiculous. I don't know why.
yeah, it's just something like that, like something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh, fuck.
Air Force One's are the shoes, Steve.
Yeah. It's also the name of a good movie, I think. With Harrison Ford?
No, that's yeah, it is Air Force One.
Yeah.
Yeah, get off my
Get
plane.
off my plane, yeah.
Fucking president's kicking ass. Not this
Shit.
president.
I saw a
You see a
meme of
mission.
him pouring tequila and it said Ford Fiesta and it was a picture of him as Indiana Jones and it said Ford Explorer.
Hell yeah, that's why I want to be president. At least give me uh, an old guy who was rich enough to like continue to like keep his body in action hero shape. It's
Yeah.
pretty, you know what I mean? Like this guy is probably gonna still be a little coherent, a little something. He can at least take direction from a director, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas all the other guys,
Later, we're gonna find out that he actually did nothing. They just fucking CGI'd it all
yeah,
because he was too clean.
that's what we should do. We should have a CGI president
Yeah, for real.
at this
Whatever we
point.
all vote, he will say.
Which we should. Why not just have an AI? Yeah, just fucking AI president. And it's like, all right, everybody just fucking put in your what you want in your political desire in the fucking chat GPT. Like, all right, I want no taxes, but I also want fucking free healthcare. And this is what comes up. You get a fucking AI generated president. He just fucking shoots you because like I couldn't do it. So you're all gonna die. This is the only way that it can work out.
I was say this sounds like the start of a horror movie
Sounds great. That's what I want to see.
or an episode
Computer
of Black Mirror.
generated. That's how they got it right. Computer generated president. Man, because Mitch McConnell's malfunctioning. You see that motherfucker. Bro, I've never seen in my life seen so many people wish he died.
Yeah,
I guess how crazy. I guess how much of a villain this dude is. This guy's a fucking villain. People are like, I hope
yeah.
he fucking dies. And I'm like, whoa, what's a person? They're like, I don't give a fuck about this person. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I'm with you, dog. I don't give a fuck either. But
It's just like the billionaires, bro. Everybody's just out for blood now.
yeah, people are out for blood, dude. Fucking eat the rich for real. Fucking yeah, I feel like Mitch McConnell, if they didn't like, I'm pretty sure they immediately just put him in a trash bin or something. They're just like, get him off the stage and roll him onto the garbage pile, and bring out the next carcass.
Oh shit! I think if I remember correctly, they took him back to like a room. I'm guessing shot him up with like fucking methamphetamines and then threw him back out there.
Yeah, probably yeah. Peeled his skin back and they fucking changed the fucking did the update on his fucking skull and shit. They're like, all right, put that motherfucker back out there. He had to do a quick reboot. They just turn them on and turn them back off.
Oh fucking a! He must have had a stroke, I guess, right?
I mean, I think he's just being an old man. That's a normal. Like if your grandpa did that, it's like, oh, he's sleepy. But because he's a fucking a politician and a piece of
Everyone's like,
shit at
what?
that, they're like, this guy, he's not fucking fit to be on. No, of course not. He's an old man. Get him some slippers and a kawama. This guy needs to just chill on the porch till he pisses his pants and falls asleep.
Yeah.
That's what my grandpa used to do in Mexico.
Oh fucking! He was only 50.
Yeah, actually. But seriously, that's what my grandpa used to do. Him and my uncle, they would sit on the porch and just fucking swig a fucking 40 back and forth, or as many 40s as it took to piss their pants and fall asleep. Then my grandma would fucking drag his carcass inside,
God damn.
put him to bed, and then fucking do it again the next day.
Yeah.
And he used to wake up before everybody else. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? When he just fucking pissed drunk last night?
Because his
I was
heart's
like,
beating
no.
super fast from all the alcohol. It gives you like, it does that to you at night sometimes.
It does, yeah. Wake up like at 3 in the morning, fucking, I'm fine.
I have so much energy
Yeah.
because you ate a
Oh,
fucking loaf
man.
of liquid bread before you went to sleep. Of course, you have energy. Oh fuck! All right, man, I'm gonna take off.
All right, brother. Nice hot in with you.
Yeah, that episode is really good with what's his face. It's fun watching him.
Derek
Um,
Jones?
mhm.
I asked Zach to be on it again. Also asked my other buddy to do it, Alamaj. Motherfucker has some crazy ass stories. He's like a remake of The Parent Trap, his life.
He has a
Where it's
twin.
like,
Is that
yeah,
what
he
you
has a
mean?
twin that he had no idea, but instead of finding out because his parents married each other, he like met him at an Atlanta airport and shit. But anyways, I don't want to. To be continued. I'll let this
Wait,
dude.
before you go, have you seen Triplets?
Mm-mm. Belleville? I see now.
Fuck. Fuck. Let me Google it really quick before you go.
Sure. Is it like a movie with Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and The Rock? They should remake it. Call it Triplets with The
They
Rock.
were, and it was gonna be Eddie Murphy,
Ah,
but the writer died, and I guess his last thing was like,
give
don't
a
do it.
fuck about what you want, bitch.
Oh no, it's called Three Identical Strangers.
Interesting. No.
It's on Prime. Watch it. Watch
Fucking.
it before you
All
talk to your friend, and it'll make more sense when you watch it. You'll be like, "What the fuck?"
right. Interesting. That way I can at least talk to him about it too.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
gonna guess
brother.
he's seen it just because of the topic.
Interesting. So saying now he stole it. Because it's not true.
Watch it.
Hmm.
You're gonna trip the fuck out.
Stay tuned in the next episode of the Punchcast where we get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Take it easy, man. Good night,
Hey,
dog.
someone do
Yeah, for sure. Peace.